Okay, so this is a very good one. Let me ask you a few questions. Katie, what is the subject of my sentence? Girls. Very good. Katie, where does the belong? Very good. Casey, what's my verb?
See.
No. Remember, see is right next to the word to, which means a verbal infinitive. It's no longer a verb. What are the girls doing?
Expected.
There you go. The rest of this sentence is my infinitive phrase. To see them at the game. What do you notice about it? Smriti, do you notice anything about this infinitive phrase? What sort of structures might you see in there, inside it? What is the prepositional phrase? At the game. And what do you think this them is? A direct object. It's what's being seen. But very good, right? So what's receiving the action of being seen? They are receiving the action of being seen. They are being seen. So I seem to have some sort of direct object. I seem to have some sort of prepositional phrase. This entire phrase, to see them at the game, is what part of this sentence? Sam? Why? It's not modifying. What do direct objects do? Right. So they're receiving the action of expecting, right? To see them at the game is what's being expected. So if I ask you, actually I ask you, what do the girls expect? What's your answer? Correct. Therefore, it is the direct object of the verb. To see them at the game receives the action of the verb. Where does it belong, Danny? If it's a direct object, where does it belong?
You have to have the straight line after expect, and then from there.
Somehow, I must place it in this area. What are all direct objects? What part of speech? Nouns. That means it's an infinitive phrase acting as a noun. Should it go below? Why shouldn't it go below? It's not a noun. It's not modifying. That means it needs to go somewhere up here. This is why we get a strange sort of structure. Because it must go above the line. It must go in this place. This is where the tree comes into play. Take a look in your book. Somebody tell me where you'll find an example of what I'm doing right now in your Warners. 48. Thank you very much. Where does the word to go, Sam? On the slanted line. Let's see. Corinne, where does the word see go? What page is it on?
48.
48. Come on. Sarah. Yep. Okay. Where does the word them go? Danny.
You have to put like a word on the line next to and then
Vertical, don't worry. I get those mixed up all the time too.
then you write them next to it.
I dropped the E. Where does this prepositional phrase go? Under them, under see. It's telling you where I will see them. There you go. There's your diagram. Once again, aside from one little change, everything else is the same. I'm sorry, two little changes. The word two is diagrammed strangely. Aside from those changes, everything else is the same. You have a direct object in the same position where you've always understood it to be. The prepositional phrase in the same position where you've always understood it to be. The entire direct object in the same position. So the diagramming of verbals rests upon your understanding of diagramming in other areas. And a lot of it should be repetitive.